Welcome to Linus Tech Tips at CES 2013. Our trip to the show this year is powered by Corsair, maker of quality PC components and peripherals. Our trusted storage partner is Seagate Technology, and our trusted networking partner is Linksys. 3 cases that are actually designed around the same chassis, in spite of the fact that they look completely different from each other in pretty much every possible way. So the concept with this chassis design was to take a proven design that we've seen from Silverstone's 90-degree rotated motherboard concept, where they have where they actually have all the I/O coming out the top, and take that performance, that cooling performance, and put it in an upright design. So in this case, we have an inverted motherboard. So the I/O is down at the bottom, and the expansion slots are up here at the top with the power supply at the top back. You are expected to have your power supply fan facing the top of the case. There's a filtered intake right here at the back. It's got room for 6 3.5-inch drives. It's, your standard ATX, 8 slots. So, okay. So you don't see the work that went into it yet. But here at the front, so this is the RV04, we've got, this is the plastic design case. Guys, these are prototypes, so don't mind the manufacturing sort of anomalies here. So you've got a plastic front with an open side. So this is what makes the airflow so strong in this case. It's completely open here. It's not as good for noise cancellation as what you're about to see with the FT04, but it does give you the airflow you need. So here they've also redesigned the grills, and I hope I can figure out how to get it out. There we go. I'm going to pretend that's the right way to take it off. So they've redesigned the grills. The older ones allowed 60% airflow transmission. These newer ones are 90%. So that, again, is how they are able to achieve that. They've used AP181 fans. So these are high-pressure fans and able to create that positive airflow or positive pressure inside the case, and as well as moving air through a restrictive grill, although in this case the grill really isn't that restrictive. Now we're going to move over to this guy right here. The FT04 takes everything that's good about the RV04 and steps it up a huge notch in terms of the quality. So it's using unibody aluminum here on the top and here in the front. Check this out from the side. This is a single piece of aluminum that's actually been, I don't even know how they did this with the folds. See this shape here? This is a single piece. This is not a manufacturing trick, and it is not made of plastic. They've also added noise dampening to the FT04 on all the panels, so front, top, and side panels, and they're using a higher quality AP181 fan. So instead of the Raven series case's switches here, where it's got a high and a low speed setting, this one has a dial, so you can take it all the way from 500 RPM to 2000 RPM to fine-tune the case for how much noise you want to hear versus how much cooling performance you want to have. The way that they achieve the airflow that they need in this one is to have these vents here. Don't worry, I'll reposition the case. To have these vents at the back. So these point to the back. This is also part of what makes this case more silent, because instead of directing air towards the user sitting in front of the case, noise towards the user, it directs the noise out the back of the case. So there's noise dampening, noise redirection, but still plenty of airflow because this is quite open and free-flowing. Which leads us to the internal nickname is apparently the Mammoth. This is the MM01. So they took this case and they went, okay, we got these high pressure optimized fans. We got this great cooling performance. This is all really cool and sweet, but not everyone needs that much cooling performance. So why don't we take this optimized design and turn it into a total beast that is dust free? So yes, this is a dust-free case, and I'm going to show you why in just a moment. So this is obviously a very early prototype. This is just basically a hunk of metal that comes down and reveals your I/O. So you got your USB 3, your front buttons, all this kind of cool stuff. So I'm going to put that away. This right here is, if I can figure out how it comes out. Oh, there we go. Check this out, guys. I know, right? Basically, they've decided to put a car air filter into a case. Now, because they're using AP182 fans, which, as I said before, are optimized for pressure, they're still going to be able to deliver enough airflow to the inside of the case to take care of a reasonably sort of mid to high end system. So no, I wouldn't recommend running 4 GTX 680s in here, but running something like a single 680, you're going to be fine. So there's those. This is where you see the resemblance to the other chassis a little bit better than what you were able to see before. So it's not only dust proof, but they're also saying it is spill proof because of the fact that the top is one solid piece, and all of the vents on the front and the back are directed downwards. So if you were to spill a cup of coffee on the top of this case, it would all go down, it would get on your carpet, but at least it wouldn't wreck your computer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try and turn this around. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side of it so that I can show you guys what the back looks like. So the back is a very similar design, and what they've done is they've put a space between the I/O and the back of the actual enclosure outside where you can run all of the cables that you need, just like that. Last thing we're going to check out in the Silverstone suite is over here, and this is very, very cool. And I'm not going to reposition these too much because then you'll see my entire production crew through the mirror that's behind it. Actually, if you guys want to move over here a little bit, then you can get an angle that's more like from that direction. So I'll take the mic. And let's go right over here. This is a dual monitor stand that is capable of 360-degree rotation. It can move in pretty much any direction you could possibly want. Check this out. It is built out of, there, you can hear that, solid aluminum, and it is extremely robust feeling. So you can take that, move it all the way down here, move it all the way back up here. There's no force required to move it around. Just like that. We can rotate it as much or as little as we want to in whatever direction we want. Align the monitors. This one right here is a touch screen, and I am just very, very impressed with this particular product. I don't think I've seen anything before that allows this degree of flexibility. So there's no pricing available for this one yet because I'm sure you guys were going to ask, but it's just, I don't know, I kind of geek out when I see stuff like this. Oh yeah, I had forgotten these were back here. So there's an ITX enclosure. This is the ML05 using an SFX power supply. They've done away with 3.5-inch drives entirely to save on space, and it accepts ITX with low profile expansion cards. And you got 280mm fans over there on the right for cooling. The last case over here on the right, so I'm just gonna sneak past you here and move this monitor out of the way. So convenient, is the ML04. So this is a continuation in their Milo series, and basically it adds a lockable front panel, just a gorgeous thick aluminum front panel to an otherwise sort of very, very plain, very elegant looking home theater case. This is the kind of thing we're used to seeing from Silverstone. Don't miss any of our CES 2013 coverage, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips. Thanks for watching Linus Tech Tips at CES 2013, powered by Corsair, Seagate Technology, and Linksys.